Thank you to all of you who are joining us here on the NBCLA website and app. I'm Eliana Marino up in News Chopper 4 Alpha alongside my pilot, Jim Pollard. Following this pursuit here on the southbound 5 freeway, entering the Burbank area, with some type of weapon, just passing Burbank Boulevard there. This is a pursuit that started just about 10 minutes ago. We heard it when we were at our base at Whiteman Airport, and we rushed, of course, into the helicopter and got overhead. Within minutes of this pursuit, helicopter follow it. The watch commander said, no, stay on this one because the suspect is armed. So because of that added risk factor, it is for that reason that they're going to stay on this one, the entire front street here, which runs adjacent to the 5 freeway. Continuing here, he may have an opportunity to get back on the freeway if he so chooses here on the next on-ramp. But for now, traveling at a high rate here on surface streets in the Burbank area. Okay. Audio check for News Chopper 4 Alpha, continuing here over this pursuit in the Burbank area. Okay, we're great. And we're back with you guys here, just a minor got off the southbound 5 freeway using every lane that he can to avoid some of this traffic here on the southbound 5. I'm looking ahead, and the traffic ahead is going to be just about what it is right here. You have a little bit of traffic, but nothing that is stop and go. Oh, there we go. He may be exiting here at the same exact place where he just got off here a moment ago. Now here, making a turn here onto Verdugo, going to be coming under the 5 freeway and going to be coming out here on the other side. We'll wait for him to come out, and sure enough, there he is. Again, little information about this suspect except that he is an armed and dangerous suspect. A front passenger. In fact, I do see somebody's hand there. I do see somebody there in the front passenger seat. So when we get a moment later on, for now, I can tell you that I do see 10-4. There we go. Okay, back up. Okay, and here he is coming right under us. Turns over him as well as he continues to zigzag his way here through the Burbank area on San Fernando Boulevard here. It becomes San Fernando Road to the north of here, but in this stretch, it's San Fernando Boulevard through the Burbank. Again, it's unclear how many people are in the car, but I can tell you that I did see a passenger sitting in that front seat, so we have at least 2 suspects. This is going to put him onto the 5 freeway if he continues going in this direction. If he doesn't U-turn here, he will be forced onto the 5 freeway. This is the stretch of freeway that is under construction. That's why you see all of that dirt there off to the side, just so I can see how fast the suspect is going. So I'm clocking him at about 75 miles an hour on the northbound 5 freeway. Again, adjacent to Burbank Airport. I'm looking right out the window, and I can see the runways to Burbank Airport, using the number 2 lane there to get by some of the major I believe the next one that he will come up to will be Hollywood Way, which of course is a lot of people who take who fly out of Burbank Airport will be familiar with that exit, as a lot of people typically take Hollywood Way to get to the airport. And it looks like our suspect is going to be exiting here on North Hollywood from the northbound 5 with a little bit of cross traffic coming up ahead. Let's see what he does. Making a left-hand turn under the freeway, and we'll wait for him right here. He should pop up right on the other side. There he is. So the way that he's going right now, it will lead him to Burbank Airport. If that happens, it may limit our ability to be right on top of this person the entire time. On the scanner said that has not been officially confirmed, but oh, here we go. Oh, that was very close. Spinning out a little bit, regaining control, and continuing here on Hollywood Way. Oh. making a turn here onto Empire Boulevard. And pardon the pause there again. I was trying to at least follow him though, because he is an armed and dangerous suspect who, of course, has failed to yield to the LAPD's North Hollywood division. They are the units that are still directly behind this guy as he makes yet another turn, a left-hand turn onto Clybourne over the train tracks and making a turn here onto Van Owen Street with the LAPD's North Hollywood division officers close behind. Is a pursuit in the Burbank area with the LAPD in pursuit of an armed. Oh, that was so close. Oh gosh, he just missed being T-boned right there. That was a very close call. This guy has had a number of close calls, and this suit and the ground units back off. But because of the level of danger on this one, they're not going to let those units back off. They're going to have those units stay close behind. And then an additional little tidbit of information that I heard on the scanner that is yet to be confirmed is that this suspect may in some way be connected with a murder. That's just preliminary information that we have heard come across the police scanner. And in terms of how many people may, Beck Avenue is the street that he's on. It's a little residential street. Oh, and there's a pedestrian out in the roadway. Oh, that's extremely dangerous. That's what's so difficult when pursuits make their way into residential areas like this. You have the possibility that there's going to be pedestrians out and about, and that just increases the level of danger as he crosses over Lankershim Boulevard, continuing here in the Burbank area, maybe entering North Hollywood. 10-4. Thank you to my assignment desk who just confirmed the information that we had heard on the scanner, and that is that this suspect is in fact a murder suspect. So a murder, this is a suspect who is wanted for murder, and he is also an armed and dangerous suspect. So the police do believe that he may be armed in some capacity. They didn't divulge any details over the scanner over what type of weapon the suspect may possibly have, but it is because they believe that he is armed, that they're going to stay on top of this, stay right behind him, and will not be going into surveillance mode as he comes up to a major here. This is Lankershim Boulevard, a little bit of cross traffic there, but he makes it through on the red, continuing at Lankershim through Oxnard at about 40 miles an hour. There is incoming traffic coming into Burbank Airport, so the PD ship's going to have to hang back a little bit. Likewise, we will hang back just a touch as well as that much larger aircraft, of course, is coming in to land at Burbank Airport. So we need to give them a little bit of distance so that they can get in there. And once they get in there and land, we will be able to get closer to this pursuit. This don't know off the top of my head here, but they did say that his last known residence was off of Runnymede. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him U-turn and head back in that general direction if in fact he intends to return to that previous address as he makes a turn here onto Webb Avenue. Again, this is very close to Burbank Airport, so we're kind of having to dodge some of the aircraft here, but we will get over pedestrians. And so we saw a couple of close calls with those pedestrians, so that's the concern here. He's going to be coming out to the back onto the major here, Lankershim Boulevard, right at our 2 o'clock with putting on his brakes here. He's probably going to have a little bit of traffic coming up here. I'll widen out the shot so we can see. He has a red light and blows right through it. Oh, of course, we'll try to keep our best eye on this one as he comes up to some cross traffic here. There we go. And it just turned green on him, and he was able to continue here on Lankershim Boulevard through Van Owen. He's basically circling the same area. He's creeping familiar with as he comes up to a little bit of traffic here. Wrong side of the road here, coming into the intersection, blows right through that red, continuing here on Lankershim Boulevard. Lankershim Boulevard through, maneuver the shot around so that we don't lose sight of him. Continuing on to Honga, with the cross of Delano. So bear with me here. I have to move the shot here for just a moment because he is coming right under us. But he should be coming out here on the other side, coming out onto Oxnard and making a right-hand turn onto Oxnard from Tahonga. In turn, crossing Sylvan Street. We've seen him on Sylvan Street before, and now he's going to be coming up to the major street here. My monitor's a little small up here, but I can tell you that our assignment desk says that they may see some sparks coming from the right passenger wheel. So that's something that we're going to keep an eye out for to see if we do see that again. So there's a possibility that that front passenger tire may be giving out. And you saw those little bit of sparks that my assignment desk was talking about. You see that passenger tire right there coming to a stop, and we see one person running. They are describing him as the passenger, but it's unclear whether or not it was the driver that jumped out of the passenger on a smaller street here coming up to Hart Street. It basically ends in a T intersection there and is now making a westbound turn onto Hart. My assignment off just a little bit because we do have the aircraft that are landing in the area. He is going to be stopping here at a park. So you see the driver, he's running for it with all he's got. He's going to be running into the park area. You see that there are other people out in the park area, but I still have eyes on him right off our nose. He's running through the park. I'll get you a name for the park here in just a moment, but this is the park that is right next to the 170 freeway. He might be giving up here. And the police airship, they see him too. This guy's not going anywhere. But he's going to give it a little bit more. Oh, maybe carjacking this person. Oh, no. He's trying to get into the silver vehicle, opening the door, pulling the driver out. The driver is running for it. And now he's getting into the passenger seat. Now he's closing the driver door. Passenger door is still open. Trying to figure out how to drive away in this Honda, and he's off. He's off through the parking lot of this park here on Whitsett Sherman Way, and here are the police officers. Boom!